A lot of the time, I find myself thinking back to my childhood. Back to when I didn't really know anything about the world and those around me. All I knew was that I felt love and could love. My parents were my world. I looked up to them. I had no idea that my dad was famous and that my mom was sick. I didn't have to censor myself in order to maintain a good image. All I knew was that they were my world. They provided me with comfort, smiles, stories, adventure, and more love than I could have ever imagined. All beginning from the day I was born. Sometimes I wish that I could just go back and stay there. The thought itself makes me feel warm inside. I miss snuggling up to my mother's chest, letting her fancy eau de toilette perfume that smells like a sweet garden full of her favorite flowers, peonies, fill my lungs. Eau de toilette literally means toilet water, which I always thought was the silliest thing. The scent that I associated my mother with was toilet water. Should she be offended? I don't know. I've always looked like my mom. My dad would always call us his blondies and say that we're the same. But I just wish that I could be so lucky to have such an amazing life like she has. My mom grew up in Lenox with her two brothers in a mansion. She traveled the world, speaks fluent French and Mandarin, dated royalty, lived with her Pekingese named Achu in Europe, edited for Vogue and Random House, and has always been this beautiful, elegant woman with the most intelligent, full mind. I want to be a kid again. I want to be able to go on walks with my mom before her disease consumed her body whole. I want to be able to hear her say, "I love you," without straining to understand. I want to erase the soul-destroying memories of surprise trips to the hospital that she doesn't even remember because she was unconscious. And when she was awake, she didn't even know who we were. The only silver lining to those trips is that my dad and I had each other, and we knew that we would always be there for her, no matter what. But I don't think I would ever change anything that happened, and I wouldn't change her for the world, because she's perfect. The disease doesn't define her, and I want her to know that. But also, without the disease, she wouldn't be as strong as she is today. And I know my dad and I always worry about her. We always will. And I wouldn't say that I have pity for her because she's strong as hell, but I get upset because I think about how she may feel having to be changed and looked after by other people, often strangers, and how it may feel when people pretend to listen to what she's saying just so that they can talk to my dad. I always think, how could anyone ignore her and not give her the slightest bit of attention to hear what's coming out of her mouth? The amount of amazing stories that she has, the amount of intelligence that she possesses is unbelievable. I fucking hate those kinds of people. But yeah, I always worry. Whenever I get a phone call, my stomach goes in knots because I never know if it's going to be someone on the other end telling me that she's in the hospital again. She always cries to me and apologizes for being a burden or not being a good mother. She never seems to understand that the disease isn't her fault, and to me, she's the most amazing mother that I could have ever dreamed of having. So the fact that she's being beaten down by this disease every single day and still being able to be such an amazing mother to me is truly inspiring. To me, my mom is the most perfect and beautiful woman I've ever met. She's unbelievably strong and continues to amaze me every day. Even when things are hard for her, she pushes through. And that is how I want to be when I grow up. I want to be just like you, Mom.
Let me see your face. That's it.
With all my love,
That's a girl.
ta petite Pivoine.
Yes. Yeah. You're very pretty today.
Today is gonna be a big day. I'm gonna do shampoo.
Your hair?
Yeah,
Oh my God.
hair mist gonna help me.
Should we call the news?
Yes, I think so. It's hard to lift my arms this way.